So this is it. Intriguing.
This place is definitely where the strange magical signature of the marshland comes from.
But what causes it?
We will find out soon enough.
What
This way,
mean?
right? Alright, why not?
Understood.
Sure.
More
Leave it to me.
This place is a bloody graveyard.
Danger up ahead!
Fine.
Here we go.
All right. Let's see.
We should get moving.
Now would you look at that?
Really?
Sounds like a plan.
Corporal?
Fine. Abominations. Stay away from their claws.
I'll keep you shielded!
They will fall.
All right, here goes nothing.
Will do. Blasted armor.
Walking corpses. Take them down.
Danger up ahead!
Blazes. Do you see that?
It walks. By the light. It talked.
Do you understand me? What happened here? Huh. It seems to understand us. At least a little. What are you? Do you know anything about...
We should kill it.
What?
What? In case you haven't noticed, this thing, it's a miracle. A semi-sentient being created by human hands. If anything, we should...
We will not...
All right. Then do as you wish.
This way, right?
Finally.
Blasted armor. Yes?
Tiara's breath.
It looks human.
I don't think so. I can't feel any aura on them. Not even a leftover.
What are you implying?
That they've been created somehow. Didn't you tell us about this nightmare you've had since you were a child, Tahar?
Of course.
That's interesting, to say the least.
Leave it to me.
Really? Interesting. Let's see. Got it.
You got it.
All right, why not? More fighting. Does this never end?
You'll have to wait.
Fine.
Easy.
That way?
Finally. Fine.
This way, right? That's the way. I'll keep you
Child's
shielded.
play. Is that all?
Just give the word.
Interesting. Bye.
Do you know this?
It looks like someone I knew. Back from when I was still fighting.
So she was a rebel.
She defied my father, same as I. That's why he killed.
Whatever she was, she's a revenant now. In other words, she's...
Of course. A ghost seeking closure.
I've seen my share of undead, but this is new.
Well, it's like Lacane said. When a person dies with an unfulfilled desire, a scourge, that person may return to the world as a revenant, with the purpose of finding closure. It's a magical phenomenon.
It. And no, it isn't. Revenants are guided by raw emotion and magical auras, rather than sight.
If a revenant is a ghost,
Probably.
Isamo,
By the light.
you took me, Tahar. You took me. You took Zane. You took your own child. But it's over.
Oh shit. It seems...
Helena, No!
Corporal.
Get ready!
Danger up ahead.
It's over. She's dead.
She has been for a long time, Tahar. I don't know what she meant to you, but this creature wasn't your friend.
Will she come back? As another
Revenants only return once. If not, this world would be haunted by thousands of them.
I don't understand why she thought I was him. Books, books, books. Did my father read all these?
Unlikely.
Now would you look at that? Interesting.
Uh-huh. Really?
Sounds like a plan.
An abomination! Kill it!
That's the way.
That way?
Not now! Damn it! I need healing!
Finally.
Not now.
Alright, why not?
Sure.
Will do.
Uh-huh.
Understood.
Fine.
Do you hear that?
The Son of White.
Yes, but it's clearer. It seems to be coming from down that hallway.
Then we know where we have to go.
The song. It has stopped.
Indeed. Incredible. All this...
Neither have I. Whatever's behind that door.
Any thoughts? We have no idea.
No.
I'm sorry.
Whatever is in there, you, the pariah, needs to face it alone. It's what I saw in the vision, and that...
Isn't this exactly what we should not do?
I do not know. It doesn't matter. It's the All-Father's will, and we will obey.
This is...
No, you will do...
Else?
Else, you will suffer the consequences. If, with the command to kill you all on sight, should...
But this is crazy! We have no...
You will handle it.
I don't really have a choice.
You don't.
All right. Then let's get this over with. Just stay put. I'll be back. No turning back now. Tiara's breath.
My child. Finally.
What is this? Who are you?
Your mother. I'm your mother.
Wait. You? Say that again?
I'm your mother. You are the blood of my blood, my child. And you finally come. You've come to save me.
I don't understand.
I'm your mother. The quiet man, Isamo. He molded you from my blood. And after all this time, you finally heard me. Please, child, sit down. I believe we have a lot to talk about. You are silent.
Yes. I'm sorry. All this, it's a lot to take in.
I feel the same. All those years I've spent in this slumber, only to wake up and be experimented upon by your father. To be given a child in some grotesque, unholy ritual. I still wonder if this is really happening. Or maybe just a strange dream.
I'm afraid it isn't. Why is it that you call Isamo the Quiet Man?
Well, I did not know his true name until years after my awakening. And before that, he hardly spoke. So this is what my mind always called him.
So, you've been in this stasis until I came here?
I was awake, but at the same time I wasn't. Whatever the Quiet Man did after he woke me, it left me in this haze. I didn't see.
That must have been...
It was. And there were times where I just wished that he would finally end it.
Why can I understand you?
We don't know. But you joined your spirit to the Nexus, didn't you? Our minds are connected. Thus, I can hear you, and you...
You said that my father created me. What is that supposed to mean?
I am not sure if I can even give you an answer to that. See, my child, the Quiet Man, Isamu, I do not think he ever considered me. What he saw me as was a tool to the
The essence.
the source of all magic. Your father's race, they are only able to access a glimpse. We, the Zalon were different. We have always been closer to the essence. We had understood how to harness it, and that had made us powerful.
So, the
Yes, but there were and probably are many names for it. The essence is only what my people called it.
Did you ever try to resist?
Of course, but it was pointless. I could not speak and I could not move, and even my magic could not aid me.
So, you're saying that my father wanted to use you to gain access to this essence?
Yes, he was obsessed with the idea of gaining power, and to him, but what he was trying to do, transferring my aura, my powers onto himself, was impossible, and he realized that quickly.
Why was it impossible?
Because an aura is as unique as a person's eyes or their fingertip skin. It cannot simply be put on and off like a helmet.
Which is why he tried to find another way to gain access to your power.
Yes, he tried transferring my energy to a talisman, to these flesh creatures he created, and countless other ways, but it was all in vain. These experiments went on for years, and then he created you. His train of thought was simple.
But how is that even possible? A shaper?
It is possible. The way we conceive, how we bring forth new life.
How?
It's complicated, and I do not want to talk about it with my own child. What matters is it worked. Down here on this altar, I gave life to you, to my first and only child.
I'm sorry.
I understand. Believe me, I do. All those years, I had wondered, but now that you're here, it feels surreal. As if all this is just an illusion.
So this is where the nightmare comes from, isn't it?
What nightmare?
Ever since I was a child, I had these dreams. I think I saw this place, the creatures my father created, the images. They were so vivid, so real. But whenever I told Isamu about them, he just shrugged it off. I always felt they were connected to something that had happened a long time ago. Now I know.
Yes, that is possible. Quite often, our dreams remind us of the things we have long forgotten.
So I am half Shaper. How come it doesn't show?
Once again, this has to do with the way we conceive, but I do not want to talk about it. I hope you understand.
What happened then? What did Isamo do?
He took you away. For what purpose, I do not know. But it is evident that it did not work. As for what happened afterward, and once you freed me, I want you to...
I still can't believe you're a Shaper.
Shaper. That's how the Quiet Man called me too.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive?
Yes, so it seems. I was...
But how did your people die? And how did you survive?
I was one of the Yulas caste. The scientists, the scholars, the priests.
The Scourge?
A disease. It had been ravaging through our empire for over a decade at that time. It ate us up from the inside.
Most scholars who studied...
Then they are wrong. We had found cures for many of them, yes. But even these were often only for... And there was no cure.
But you survived. How?
Through a ritual, an experiment. The idea was to freeze my body until a cure would be found. Looking back, I wonder why I was so eager to keep living. I was just a power-hungry woman who had no one to mourn her. By the face of time, it's strange to tell you this. Millennia have passed, but some of the memories...
How old were you when the Scourge...
90 years. Half my lifespan was already gone.
What exactly happened when I touched your hand?
You don't know.
How should I?
Yes, how should you? I am sorry, child. For some reason, I continue to expect you to know all those things I would have taught you. You see, a Shaper does not always have that connection to the essence the Quiet Man was looking for. When they come of age, there is an event called the melding. The child, guided by her creators. Your father, he did not know this, which is why you could never give him what he wanted.
So this is what happened? You performed this
It's less of a ritual, but something that happens with age. It would have happened far earlier if we had not been separated. But yes, by taking my hand and the energy that was set free, also lifted my curse. Or at least parts of it.
But what does that mean? That I can...
No, the melding only provides the child with a key. Finding the door is a lifelong quest. But yes, deep down inside you have unlocked something. A potential for the enormous...
But I still don't understand. What is the story behind that song? You said that you called out.
Yes, I have done nothing else since your father took you from me. But it was only a short time ago that I finally started to feel.
The dark corners of your mind.
Well, every spirit has two sides. One that the mind can see, and the other one that remains.
My father died a year ago. Could this be the reason that we only started hearing the...
He is dead.
Yes. He started a rebellion against our...
I see. I always knew it would come to that, you know. His hunger, this glare in his eyes.
How does that make you...
That is a good question. I do not know. I expected to feel relief, joy, triumph.
So his death broke whatever spell he had imposed on you. And because of that, your telepathy...
That is the only explanation.
So it was telepathy. But how come only certain people heard you? Only mages?
Is it not obvious? Because having magic means standing close to the essence, and only those who stand close are receptive to my telepathy. I did not know the form my thoughts would take on, but it seems that for us, it was a song. There is poetry in that, isn't there? What do you mean?
Your song. It was lethal to everybody who wasn't gifted with magic. Thousands of people died. Men, women, children.
But the name of the sun, I didn't know.
I just don't understand. Why did the song kill people without magic?
I don't know. Maybe it was too much for their minds to bear.
But it's over now, isn't it?
Yes, it should be, but... Oh, please, you wait. There's...
What are you... No!
I'm sorry. It was necessary.
What did you do?
What do you think? I fulfilled a searching for a cure, the pariah seeks the truth. A lost mother will be found and awoken from her slumber.
You knew about this?
Yes, I did. I knew that the blood burn was caused by a Shaper mother looking for her lost child. But what I didn't know was where to find her. Though I certainly did not expect it to be a Samo.
But why?
Isn't it obvious? Because I needed her essence. The key to the Archfire, as we call it. Through its power, I will be able to open the gates and to allow Aenir to return. I'm sorry, Tahar. Your mother, she will now serve the greater good. I hope you
Understand? You bloody killed her!
She is not dead. Her body may be, but not her mind. Inside that amulet, she's still alive. It's what your father had always tried to accomplish, but never did.
Where are the others?
What's put to sleep? Don't...
If you...
I did not kill them. As defilers, they will be put to justice.
I don't get it. You did all this only to get access to the essence?
No. The blood burn had to be stopped. Unlike what you might believe, I do care about the people of Io. Just as the Old Father cares about... But he also told me something else. That purifying the world, freeing it from defilers, and making people see their sins is only the first step.
Why?
It's called the opening of the gates. A rift, a portal, one through which Aenir can step back into this world. And this is what he chose me for, his most loyal servant. He needed the Archfire.
Give me that amulet now, or I'll...
No, I will not. Your mother is what we should all be, a tool. Once again, I am truly sorry. But the All-Father's visions were clear. The pariah needs to die after the mother has been found.
But I helped you, for heck's sake.
I know you are, but it's the All-Father's will. Just try to see it as the honor it is. Many of my scions would have given a lot to play such a pivotal role in Aenir's return.
I'd love to see...
You will.
Whatever's necessary. Will do.
Why do you resist? It's pointless.
You read my mind.
No!
It's over, Lacane.
No. Believe me, it isn't. Time to put your mother's magic to the test.
What the... What is this?
Ellen's reins. Hey, quick, over here! Yes, yes, just like that. Stay with us, Corporal. Stay with us.
What's the matter? What happened?
Tahar's awake.
Lord Marshal Arendir. What in blazes are you doing here?
It's a long story, but I'm here as an ally.
Yes, and there will be plenty of time for the lengthy explanations later. First, I want to know how you're feeling, Tahar. Sorry to say it like this, but you look like shit.
Charming as always. But I'm fine. Just dizzy. What happened? I just remember Lacane.
Your mother? You mean the Shaper?
Yes. It's hard to explain. She was in some kind of stasis when my father found her, and my father used her for his experiments. I don't know how to say this, but the blood burn, it was her doing. When my father died, she tried to call out to me by telepathy. That's what caused the plague.
All right, I think his head wound is worse than we thought.
It's the truth, Iria. And Lacane didn't only want me to stop the blood burn. He needed me to lead him to my mother so he could use her as a source for the Archfire.
Well, that's a lot to take in, I guess. But why your mother? You're speaking metaphorically.
I'm not. She is my mother.
All right. Start over from the beginning. What happened when you walked into that chamber? I'm sorry, but that sounds absurd.
Well, I doubt he's lying, King Regent. And actually, it makes sense. It explains a lot, for example, why he could activate the portals, enter Mullendeer, and why he had this vision. Though I have to admit, it's not what I expected from our little trip to the Eye. Not at all.
Speaking of which, how did we get out of—
Well, as you know, I was unconscious too, so I can only tell you what the soldiers told me. But after that explosion, it was as if the skies had started raining fire. Lacane's soldiers panicked and rushed into the dungeon to save him. It must have also alarmed our troops who were waiting. They marched in and used the confusion to get us out too. I mean, at the time, the Purity still thought we were allies and vice versa.
Apparently. But why in blazes are you here, Lord Marshal? And how long was I out for?
It's just anger now. I think we've moved past the titles. And to answer your question, you were up
5 weeks.
Yes. To be honest, if your vital signs hadn't remained steady, we would—
Which leads us to your mother. You mentioned something about Lacane banishing?
Yes. He somehow absorbed her spirit to gain access to the Archfire. That's what my father always tried, and why he created—
And I assume, by Archfire, you're talking about some
the source of all magic.
So the theories are true. Well, at least now we have an
An explanation of what?
Well, the Harbinger has gone rampant. Briefly put, the Purity of Light has taken over almost all of Leonida. The Eye, Greyfell, Greykeep, everything.
Greykeep?
They were already in the keep when Lacane gave the order, and we simply didn't expect it. It wasn't even a fight. It was a mass— And yes, I know what you're about to say. That it's my fault, because I tolerated the Purity in the first place. And you're right. I've made mistakes, and hundreds, thousands of people had to pay the price.
What about the Queen? Is she—
She's alive. The Harbinger knows he can't kill her, because if he does and word gets out, then he might lose the common folk's support. According to our spies, the Queen's Guard and the Purity have struck some kind of bargain.
Wait, so the Purity controls the keep, and the Queen's Guard just plays along?
Yes, it sounds absurd, I know. But the Queen's Guard first responsibility lies with the safety of the Queen. Whatever is necessary to protect her, though I doubt Lacane's long-term plan sees the Queen at his side, which is just another reason to hurry.
And he's wielding the power of the Archfire?
Some incredibly powerful form of magic, yes. And it adds up. He absorbed your mother's spirit, and it allows him to do the things he now does.
But why? Why start a war against...
To prepare Io for the arrival of Aeonir. You remember that nonsense his priests always preach? How...
Yes. That's why they want to clear the world of sin.
Well, it seems that they've spiced up their idea a little since it was taking too long. It's not just mages they kill anymore, but everybody who doesn't convert to their religion. Soldiers, women, men. They all get to choose. Join the purity and accept the light, or be killed on the spot.
Then we need to stop him.
We do.
Be that as it may, your recovery couldn't be more timely.
What about the charges?
Is that still important?
It is to me.
That's very honorable of you, Toho. Given the recent events, your sentence has been lifted. You are pardoned. And if that is your wish, you can be reinstated as a corporal of the Northander army. That, and my apologies.
So you acknowledge that you're...
I don't think this is something we should discuss now. We can talk about it later. Do you accept my offer?
That...
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep is reclaimed.
How did you even get here?
Later, Tar. I'll tell you all you want to know, but not now.
For what it's worth.
Elaborate.
Well, when I awoke my mother...
Less fancy words, please. What did it do?
Well, I think it allows me to control a part of the Archfire, too.
Finally, some good news.
Indeed. Anything that can help us battle the Kane will help. But whatever it is, I doubt it will...
No. I'm still trying to figure out...
I see.
Since you saved me from the dungeon...
She's here, in the Nexus. We saved her, but she seems to be in some kind of a coma. For a while we thought it was the same as your condition, but now that you've told us the full story, it makes sense. Her body is still functioning, but Lacane has stolen her...
One more reason to stop him.
I was hoping you'd say that. Maybe we'll even get our chance sooner than expected. Lacane is marching towards us as...
Come again?
He knows where we are, and he's planning an attack on the city. He might arrive today or tomorrow, but soon, which is why we need to...
Lord Marshal!
Speaking of Nor, put up defenses all around the perimeter and protect...
Hundreds, sir. And House Utran is supporting them too. Your sister is leading them.
Myra?
I'm afraid so.
Wait, you're saying that House Utran is working for the purity of light now?
As I said, yes. It could be anything, though. Maybe Lacane forced her to comply.
Then make sure that she does not get harmed. Do you understand? Good. Either way, we need to fend them off. Good. Then you're